Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Sunday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from American Whiskey, 51 Edison Place, across the street from Prudential Center, next to Championship Plaza. I'm your host, Sam Woo, here with Scotty, a Sirius XM liquid metal from his beautiful, most comfortable Beverly Hills rich Michael J. Fox Studios. No.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
That's okay.
I was hoping.
Let's keep the dream alive.
Yeah. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network as the Devils get struck down by the Lightning 4-1 tonight at the Rock. Everything is just going wrong today, Scotty. They're blasting Stairway in the background, so we may have to go to a one-shot to you. Give us the Unhappy Devils recap, because somebody, the manager, didn't figure it out that we're doing a podcast here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's in Zeppelin, so that's good stuff over there. Although, I don't know if the Devils are on the stairway to heaven, stairway to hell, whatever. This game was definitely a deflating one for the team. Let's talk about it. Game number 58 on the season at home against Tampa Bay. Well, now I kind of want to hear that big John Bonham drum fill. But either way, Devils needed to get at least a point out of this game. They did not. They needed to play some defense a little bit better. Line shuffled, another national spotlight game, weekend, early, kids in the crowd. Want to put that victory there, but unfortunately, they do not. Akira Schmid got the start today. Chris Tierney and Brendan Smith out of the lineup. Brian Halloran and Thomas Nosek back in. So those were the change-ups right there. And yeah, the home woes, the second half of a back-to-back. Woes continue throughout this season, which has been the theme for this Devils. So in the first period, no scoring action. Though I will say the Devils did kill off 2 penalties, so that part has been good. They did have an abbreviated power play, which they were unsuccessful on. Akira Schmid, by the way, had a couple of really nice saves there, especially right at the end of the Devils' power play. There was an initial shot, like a 2-on-1. There was an initial shot, and then the rebound kicked out, and he got that one as well. So good on Schmitty for getting in there and making some good saves. Especially because it's been so long since he started an NHL caliber game. Holtzy, nice hit, playing the puck at center ice there. He did take a penalty at one point. He was one of the penalties that I was afraid he was going to get benched after that, but he didn't, so that's nice. Then he also made a good defensive play, standing Kucherov up at the blue line when he was Kucherov was trying to do all these stick handles of wonder, and Holtzy's like, yeah, I can do that too. I can follow that puck. And he pokes it away from him. So good on Holtzy there. He had himself a good first period. Moving into the second, it is still nothing. But that changes at 1:27 into it when Victor Hedman gets his 10th goal of the year. And this starts the story of this game. The stars for the Lightning all came through. Hedman, Kucherov, Hagel, Point. They all contributed on all the goals today for them, but this was a nice goal there by Victor Hedman. I don't really think Akira Schmid had too much of an opportunity on it. Hedman at the side of the net gets the pass across, and Akira Schmid is sliding, trying to get there, but alas, unsuccessful in that save attempt. Victor Hedman gets his 10th. Kucherov gets his 62nd point of the year, and Hagel his 35th assist. And Kucherov, by the way, broke 100 points. He had 4 points tonight. He broke 100 for the season already. Just think of that. He's already at 100 points. Remember last year when Jack Hughes had 99. Kucherov is already at 100. And we have 20-some games left to go in the season. Right after that, at 4:15 of the second period, Braden Point gets his 30th goal of the year. Holy hell. Coming from who else? Kucherov and Victor Hedman. Kucherov gets his 63rd assist there, and then Hedman gets his 49th. So Hedman, man, is he racking up the points too? 10 goals, 49 assists. Wait, did he get another assist? later in this game? No, he didn't. So, yeah, hot damn. He's putting the points up on the board as well. Yeah, the Lightning are just a well-rounded team. But 2-0. Point was able to chip the puck, pass, and this was actually some Kucherov getting the puck into, the Devils' zone there. And Point's able to kind of chip the puck through Miller at the blue line. There was kind of a loose puck situation there where a couple other people were jamming for it. But then he delays and goes to the side and gets below the goal line. And then Akira Schmid's got his leg stretched out. The post is in the middle. He's got one leg on one side and one leg on the other, like in the goal. And Point goes around the leg below the goal line, throws it in between Schmid's leg and the goalpost, and then it deflects off the other leg and into the net. Holy hell. That's a damn impressive goal right there, if you ask me. From Point, his 30th of the year. Another tough one on Schmidty. 2-0 Lightning. And then, oh boy, the Devils get a power play. And we know the power play, the PP, is stand for poo-poo in recent times. Is that a girl, Alejandra, over there? I need to go quick. Well, don't forget to take care of your bartenders, by the way, over there at American Whiskey. And I forgot to say hello to everyone on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Twitch and everywhere else you can listen. But the Devils get a power play and stop the press. It is another PPG, 2 games in a row. What is happening here? A power play goal for the New Jersey Devils. Tyler Holy Toffoli gets his 25th, his team-leading 25th goal of the year, coming from the Hughes boys, Jack and Luke, at 6:01 of the second period to make it 2-1. And this one was some good puck luck here. Jack Hughes eventually, him and Luke working it at the point, and then Jack goes behind the net. He comes out, passes the puck out towards the center. I think it ricocheted off of Victor Hedman's skate, if I'm remembering correctly, and it went right over towards Tyler Toffoli, who's able to just slam it into the net. So some puck luck going the Devils' way for a change, and they get on the board with a PPG power play goal at 6:01 of the second period to make it 2-1. And then right after that, Toffoli almost ties it up by trying to pull the same move that Braden Point did earlier, where he goes really low below the goal line and then tries to wrap it around Johansson there in goal for the Tampa Bay Lightning. This time, unfortunately, Toffoli was unsuccessful. Noshik and Hallinan had a 2-on-1 pass across, and Hallinan just shoots it wide past the post. We remain 2 going into the third period. And, man, you got to give a little credit here to Brandon Hagel for this third goal for the Tampa Bay Lightning at 9:38, just about halfway through the third period, even strength goal. He outboxes like a power forward there in the NBA. He outboxes big, bad Kevin Ball and gets a jump puck and slams it down, at the blue line. And then eventually there's a shot goal from the side of the net, and Hagel is there, this time for a lucky bounce to ricochet right to him and into the back of the net to put the Tampa Bay Lightning up 3-1. That's Hagel, his 22nd. Point gets the primary, his 32nd, and Kucherov, another assist, gets his 64th. The Devils got killed another penalty for the Tampa Bay Lightning, which is impressive, as Tampa Bay has such a lethal power play unit. But eventually, Lindy tries to pull the goaltender. About 2 minutes left to go, and Tampa Bay cashes in with an empty net goal by who else? Nikita Kucherov, his 38th of the year at 18:25 to seal the deal. 4-1 Tampa Bay Lightning. And I don't know if you heard it or not, but I heard it on TV. The Fire Lindy chants have returned to the Prudential Center. Shots on goal for the Devils, 6-10. And in a third period where they needed to put some points on the board, some goals on there. I said points. I was thinking basketball. Some goals on the board. 3 shots. 3 shots on goal in the third period for a whopping total of 19. Tampa Bay 9-10-9 for a total of 28. Devils, as always, dominating in the faceoff circle. 28 wins to the Lightning 21. Devils 1 for 4 on the power play. Hey, we'll take it. And Tampa Bay 0 for 3. So if you can find a positive here, that was that. 14 hits to the Devils 7. Tampa Bay, out hit the Devils, and block shots again. Tampa Bay 25 block shots to the Devils 8. They really needed this win. They are now pretty far behind in those wild card standings. Detroit plays later today. They're doing Patrick Kane returning to Chicago. They're going to retire Chelios's number there in Chicago. Two captains. Oh, no, wait. Patrick Kane wasn't a captain, but 2 all-time Blackhawks who then went to the arch-rival Detroit Red Wings afterwards. Will be honored today in Chicago, so we'll have to see what that score lines up. But right now, Tampa Bay's got a commanding point lead on the Devils for the wild card. I think they're 8 points up. And now the closest is the Philadelphia Flyers, with the Devils being 5 points behind them. But again, Devils now no games in hand. They are tied up with 58 games apiece played. The Devils are 5 points behind them. And yeah, they're 6 points behind Detroit and 7 behind Tampa Bay. Tough loss here at home. Second half of the back-to-back. But I like to see that everyone's still having a good time on a Sunday afternoon there in New Jersey at American Whiskey. Don't forget to tip your bartenders and take care. But please, Fitzy, do not go and make any moves at the trade deadline unless you're sell whatever you can and get some assets. But this team also is dinged up. I think it's pretty obvious Jack Hughes is not fully healthy. Timo Meier not in full strength. Dougie Hamilton obviously has been gone. Siegenthaler not in mid. It's just too much. Now Nate Bastian is out as well. I mean, it's just a lot. So let's check in with the king of the football calls to see what he thinks about this game. Over there from behind the bar, Sam, by God, woo.
I think American Whiskey is playing the Reality Bites soundtrack of the music in the background right now. So this is what I think with that Mike Sharona and all that, or, and a hello to Ramona Rice, because Sharona and Ramona rhymes. Anyway, I'm trying.
There we go.
Yeah. All right, bad jokes. This game, Devils looked exhausted, kind of. They didn't have that spark. Kira Schmid was the only player I thought that actually had energy tonight. I thought he played decent. I thought, he kept them in it, but no goal support. One observation on Jack Hughes. Now, we've talked about this on the podcast, and even Lindy Ruff alluded to. Have you noticed he can't raise his arms higher than this? Like, he can't. It doesn't seem like he has any. It looks like his shoulder is bothering him or something. It's just something's just not right when he's skating on the ice. Just an observation. It seems like he can't raise his arms for whatever reason. So.
Well, you got to score a goal first before you raise your arms. So
yeah. What I'm getting at, he's not 100%, Scotty. All right.
No, I know. I think there's a lot of guys on this team that are not.
Are banged 100%. Up.
Yeah,
I thought Hallonen in his debut, I thought he played decent. But Toffoli scores. You know what? If Fitzy's going to be selling, Toffoli's going to be probably the big prize there, because he can score. He's a veteran. He's a top 6 forward in the league. And, thank you.
Curtis Lazar.
And, and Curtis Lazar. Sorry, I don't know if they were tipping me or the bartender. So I just have cash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't happen to me too often.
Well, they tip you with Sam Salad's chicken wings.
Yeah.
So it's a little different.
Well, these guys over here offered me pizza, and they're witnesses that I said.
There you go.
They're witnesses. I said, no, Mrs. Wu is watching. And then they started laughing.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. And now I see the Fire Lindy. You see that Fire Lindy in the background, Scotty? Some guys got a phone.
I
just
heard
missed it. Yeah.
I heard it. Definitely being chanted there in the arena. And look, I mean, the way the team is playing, something's going to happen at some point, because they're just, I get it, they're dinged up. And obviously the Stars aren't at full 100% here, but I mean, they looked very lackluster today in a game that they needed to win. They really they needed to win. Yep. They've burned all of their games in hand right now, and it's just one of those years so far.
Yeah.
A lot of things have gone wrong, and we haven't had a lot of things fall into place for us like we hoped they would. So, still got 20-some games to go. It's still not over yet. But I think now the focus is back onto the division with the Philadelphia Flyers, as opposed to the wild card there.
Well, they're going to go embark on a Western road trip. You know what they're capable of on the road? Could this be where they can start streaking? Could they put 3 games together? Scotty, the time is running out, and now is the time. They've got to forget about this game. The second half of that back-to-back, woes continue, but you got to forget about it. You're going on the West Coast. Tuesday, I believe they're in San Jose. Am I correct on that? I think they're in San Jose on Tuesday. So,
yep.
Time to focus. Time to bring it in. You got only, a handful of maybe 2 weeks before trade deadline. Could they make a run? Again, this team plays so differently.
Sell. I say sell.
Well, I would say sell too, but right now it's too premature to say it right now, though, Scotty.
You got to hang on a little bit until the trade deadline and try to mark up some value for some of these guys. But I don't want to see any of our other assets get sent away. We need to kind of restock, I feel like, a little bit after the Timo trade last year. And so if we can gain some stuff there through a Toffoli, through a Lazar, maybe even through a Vanacek or something like that, Colin Miller maybe, Hells Bells, maybe even a Brendan Smith, there's guys on this team that can bring some value back and move and push the team forward. But yeah, man, it's just the cards didn't fall right so far. But it's still not done. You're right. It's still not done. And we've seen Philadelphia, who was hot before, kind of floundering right now. So there's definitely still a chance here for this team. But, man, they got to string together a win streak. It's something we've talked about as well. Besides the injuries, besides the young defense, besides the home record, besides the second half of the back-to-backs. Wait, I forgot what I was talking about there for a second, man, because there's so many factors that go into this season. But yeah, they haven't won more than 3 in a row this season yet. So
they're booing Lindy Ruff right now. Lindy Ruff is actually on TV right now, and they're booing him right now. That's what you're hearing.
Team is not performing, as expected. There does seem to be some. There's the chance going.
Yeah,
I heard him at the game as well. I mean, every coach has their time. Last year was great, but this year has been a struggle. But there's been just so many factors on the negative side, unfortunately, for this team this year. But through all of that, they're still only 5 points away from the Flyers, who we know are no sure thing either.
And just remember, we've been doing all those comparisons with the Devils and the Florida Panthers of last year. It's almost identical. 9th place, trying to get in. But they're going to have to go on a streak. They're going to have to figure it out. And, and it's not about bringing somebody from the outside to help them get over the hump. They should be able to do it themselves. And they can't, sell. That's the bottom line. Sell. If they can't do it on their own, But they got to win. They got to win all 3 games on this Western road trip. They got to show Fitzy something. Can they come together and get 6 solid points? That I can't answer that question.
Yeah.
But
so, we'll see. And I see everyone. Yes, Brendan Smith as well might be able to get you some sort of very late round draft pick. Anything and everything is valuable at this time. So I know he's not bringing back a first rounder, everybody. I know. But he is someone, a veteran defensive presence that a team making a playoff push, maybe some injuries or something like that, they may look for. So anything and everything would be good. Yeah. So, but tough loss today, but it's not over yet. As the Devils are only 5 points behind the Philadelphia Flyers, a team that's been a struggle recently as well. So if the Devils can somehow pull out maybe a 3-game winning streak here on this West Coast trip and figure out a way to win some more of these back-to-backs, they still have a chance. Yeah. They have the talent. The health might not be there, but they do have the talent. And hopefully, in the end, this will all be good development for Nemec, for Holtz, for Luke, and for others. Nico Dawes, Akira Schmidt as well. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough sledding. No doubt about it. But I think this team should sell at the deadline. I think Fitch needs to wait. If only it would be the high prize. And see what we can get back. And keep pushing forward as best we can. And that's all the team can do right now. And they're going to hopefully learn some good lessons through this adversity. I'm trying to make it positive here, Sam Woo.
Yeah, but you might be too positive. I'm getting distracted here.
I'm too positive?
Yeah, because I see these. No, I see the chicken wings right now. Look at the chicken wings here.
Ah, okay.
I almost want to do a football call on chicken wings right now.
Okay.
Look at that. Look at those wings here at American Whiskey. Just amazing.
Yeah, those are
They're
great.
just nice and fresh. Nice fresh wings. Nice fresh wings.
There you go.
You got it over there. Yeah.
And by the way, we saw a couple people posting pictures of Ann Crew Brew.
Oh, yeah.
If you happen to find it at your liquor store, if you're having an Ann Crew Brew at home while you're watching the game, feel free to put it up on the old socials and tag us away. Let's go Devils Podcast. Was it Cassandra before, I think?
Cassandra, yep, on Twitter.
Yeah, thank you, Cassandra. Put up that little tweet, so we definitely appreciate that. So if you got it at your liquor store, your local liquor store there in Jersey, or if you're at American Whiskey, feel free to put a little post up and tag us.
Yeah.
But we're going to wrap things up here for Devils After Dark because we got the big show coming later tonight with Sam Woo, Shorts Guy, Beer Baron. I might take some the night off over here. But, the big Sunday show, and I am sure Beer Baron and Shorts Guy are going to have plenty to say about what has transpired this weekend. So make sure you tune in later on tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, for the Let's Go Devils podcast. Devils are going to head out west, and we'll have some true Devils After Darks with Sam Woo at 1 morning. So get ready to stay up on the late night, and we'll party when they hit San Jose, Anaheim, and my current hometown, Los Angeles.
And I want to talk to just before we go, Scotty, just the people commenting. Okay, if you want to fire the entire coaching staff, on the 9 p.m. Eastern edition of the Let's Go Devils podcast, find us solutions who would replace these coaches. Because I'm tired of hearing the firing, but nobody can come up with somebody that will come in and coach this team. Kevin Dineen, or do you want to go?
Kevin Dineen, Craig Berube. There you go. Those are my
Todd
two.
McClellan. Any of these coaches that are out there available, but you can't just make a rash decision. But obviously a change needs to be made. It's just a matter of where. That's Tom Fitzgerald's job. I've just never.
I think it's coming in the offseason, but
yeah,
we'll see.
I think so too, because you get your first round pick back in 2024, which would be a mid-level, and then San Jose gets a second rounder, and then you trade some assets. Teams are going for the playoffs, get some draft pick back or some prospects. It's not a bad thing either. I'm sure Fitzgerald's working on it right now. But that's all I have to say. But stay tuned, 9 p.m. Eastern. Let's Go Devils podcast, Sunday edition. Short Sky, Beer Baron, and I will be manning the mics. And I want to thank all those tuning in. I want to thank Justin and Jake from the UK coming out, parting with us. Also want to thank Brian from Departed Souls. He's here. He's right over there drinking some Ann Crew Brew. Yes, Ann Crew Brew, where we make winning memories together, one crew at a time. And joinourcrew.com. And also want to thank Kayla and her family for coming up from Virginia, stopping by at the bar as well, saying hello to us here at American Whiskey. And sorry, Scotty, that's my little stall tactic, because I'm going to hit the music right now. Music right now. All right. Dropping the podcast in about 20 minutes. We'll see you tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, Scotty. Thank you to everybody. Till next time, let's go Devils.